Hey everybody, it's Camodave channel for the 6th of December 2020. I wanted to look at some channel growth numbers here for you on a couple of channels that we watch on a regular basis here on the Camodave channel. And one of them, of course, is Chrome Van City Van Life. What is pretty astounding about Chrome is his daily average view numbers. The daily average view numbers, that's all your videos together that are getting watched and your daily average. Okay, so YouTube looks at, or Social Blade, YouTube, whoever, they look at how many views you're getting daily. Okay, and that's all your videos, your new ones, your old ones, whatever, they all added up. And that daily average view, I think, is the most important stat out there. Okay, it's more important than number of subscribers and whatever. But, you know, it's everything's kind of ranked in a certain way, but I think the most important one is daily average views. That they take your views from every day for the last 30 days and average them together. So some days if you have a good day, or some days if you have a bad day, it all gets averaged together, and it gives you your daily average views. Now look at this. Mr. Van City Van Life has 118,000 subs, okay? Okay. Now, according to my stats that I've just gotten from Social Blade there, his average daily views is 95,000. 95,000, which means that on an average day, somewhere in the neighborhood of 80% of his subscribers are watching his videos. That is an astoundingly high number, okay? 80%. Now, when you look at most of these YouTubers, you don't get 80%. Sometimes you're lucky to get 20% or 15% or 8%. But 80%, to have 118,000 subscribers and to get 95,000 average daily views is absolutely stupendous. Now, to make that even more stupendous for Van City Van Life is that those numbers are way up from last summer. Last summer, he had 41,000 views per day on average. Now he has 95,000 views per day on average. With 118,000 subs, that is an 80% rate, and that is almost unheard of with so many of these YouTube channels. By comparison, there's a certain Nomad that I won't mention his name. He has over 200,000 subscribers, and his average daily view count is 33,000. 33,000 average daily views with over 200,000 subscribers. So, that means that... it's just do the math. Something like a 16% subscriber to viewer ratio. 16% on average of his subscribers are actually watching on a daily basis his content. Compare that to Van City Van Life's 80. That's 16 versus 80. So you just got to say, wow. Of the channels that I watch, I'm seeing nice increases for Foresty Forest. His views have gone from 37,000 average last summer to 54,000. Slim Potato Head, who's also up there, 21,000 to 22,000. Living Free Mike has gone, he's not in the upper tier like these guys are, but Living Free Mike has gone from 4,000 to 6,000 in a year, daily view average. Camper Van Kenny is pretty much holding steady at 11. The one channel that Pandemonium's dropped a bit. She's gone from about 11 to 7. So her channel's down a bit. I think she's just doing too much gloppy food and too many shooting out out of the windshield showing road stuff. She needs to focus more on some content. But the channel that I've seen a huge decline on in the last 6 months, from last summer to now, is Carolyn's RV Life. According to these stats, she's gone from 15,000 views per day on average to 7,000. So that says mixing the politics into her mix has lost her a lot of views, if not subscribers. So I'm just saying, bring politics into your videos. You're gonna be risking getting a lot of your subscribers to the point where they're either not going to watch or they may unsubscribe. But it's very interesting. So anyway, of our little group here that we watch here, Van City Van Life is far and away the king of successful channels. And as I said, he does significantly better in daily average views than even channels with double his subscribers. So congratulations, Chrome. Good job. Letters, letters, letters. Speaking of Carolyn's RV life, let's do some letters here. Carolyn's RV life is giving away more prizes. Yeah, it's not doing her a lot of good on the channel, I'm afraid. She needs to get back to focusing on her nomadic life, do some interesting nomadic travels, and less politics. I'm just saying. The elections are over, now focus on the traveling. Anyway, she's going to give away her used socks again. That's right. Remember about a year ago, she was giving away prizes and she was going to give away socks. Like, wow! You think Line Screw would be interested? I don't know, Russ. Coley Hope says Elvis Travels should just get a job and lay low for about a year and then try to see if he could get back on YouTube. That's probably some very smart advice, Coley. You know, he's got some anger there dealing with the whole issue, the whole thing with Rosie. He needed to just make a clean break from Rosie back in March. That would have been the smart thing to do and just go off on his own, and that's over. But somehow that didn't happen, and there was a lot of resentment when the two of them, Rosie, he left Rosie's place last March or so, and there was a lot of resentment there, and it built up into a situation over the summer. I won't get into all of that. But Elvis would have been better just to make a clean break of it and salvage his channel, but it didn't happen. Terry says she has a great suggestion for some nomadic drama. We should create a huge event in the desert out there at Quartzsite based on the movie Gladiator. Use real actual ancient weaponry. The last person standing is king or queen of the desert or whatever. You get a limb sliced off, just deal with it. Dennis says, Dave, you told us for years you would travel but never do. Do you think you would be welcome at some of these sites? I mean, with the nomads. Well, you know what? 2019, I traveled a lot, okay? Las Vegas, Atlanta, Athens, Georgia, Florida a couple times, up and down the East Coast, North Carolina. I did quite a bit of traveling 2 years ago. This past year, no. I've been pretty static here in the apartment, but yeah, we got the pandemic going on. I do have some plans to be traveling in 2021, but do I want to go out and meet all these crazy nomads that I talk about? No, I don't. But there are some cool trips I'd like to do, and I would like to see what Quartzsite is like and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's a good idea for me to go walk in and stumble in on some of these dance parties out there in Quartzsite and go, hey everybody, it's Camo Dave! I may get some of that gloppy food thrown at me. Rick Petticord says I should use Hello There by Cheap Trick to open my Saturday shows. Yeah, right. You can't play even 2 seconds of a song on YouTube anymore without getting a copyright strike. No way. I'd like to. Maybe I could do that over on Coco Scope. Maybe they would let me do it. Tucson Tom says that living in a small vehicle full-time is not for him. The creature comforts of home are best: flush toilet, hot shower, furnace heat and air conditioning, high-speed internet, cable TV, lots of room for my stuff, hobby clubs, local grocery store, local doctor and hospital, etc. Not confined to a small space, especially on bad weather days. My wife and I need our own space. Yeah. I remember, I think it was Evie and Jed. I couldn't think of Jed. Evie Nova and Into the Mystery 13 Jed. They were talking about that. I remember they did a video on that once where rainy days are hard, especially if you're sharing a little confined space inside an RV. You do need some space from your significant other, so to speak. And rainy days when you can't get out and do stuff, you're confined into your little vehicle there, and you can really get on each other's nerves. I don't want to get political, but Nevada's got lots of liberals from California that are moving there, says Lee Poping. And they vote blue. California's losing something like 100,000 people a year. The libs are going to Nevada and Arizona too. Yeah, well, you see that on the East Coast too. The New Yorkers are coming south. They're heading for Georgia and North Carolina, and yeah, I don't know, man. Everybody's here. It's always changing, right? And finally, City Slicker Outdoors says the reason the nomad thing doesn't work in real life is because how do you travel when you're working a job? And the system has degraded the workers now to the point where a job just pays your day-to-day expenses, and there's no saving up to travel because this isn't the 1970s and jobs just don't pay like they used to. Yeah, it's a whole different world today. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard out there. Nomadic life is hard. And I think, I'm getting that distinct impression after covering it for over 4 years here on this channel. And I don't know, man. It's hard anyway. Anyway, that ought to do it. On that happy note, thank you so much for watching. This is Letters, and more for the 6th of December 2020. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Vlog under.